Setting up a filter to be modulated by an LFO is an easy way to add a touch of funk to any track. More seasoned producers surely know how to do it. But if you haven't quite mastered this technique, I'm gonna be showing you the settings for Machine's filter effect that I use quite often to get a rhythmic synth like this one. It's a perfect example of using a very technical aspect of music production in a musical way. But let me first show you how I got this beat going and what sounds I used to make it, and then we're gonna be breaking down the settings of the filter effect. Let's get into it right now. And so I started the beat by chopping up this sample. So I sidechanged this polysynth to the drums, but I figured out, maybe it will sound even nicer if I turn off the sidechain and add a LFO modulated low-pass filter. And of course, the key thing here is to hold down the auto button and record automation for the LFO speed. Okay, let me break down in more detail what I did here, because this is the best part. To add this rhythmic movement to the polysynth using Machine's filter, I did the following. Turn the cutoff frequency of the filter all the way down, which means that if we apply a really high amount of modulation, the sound will be completely cut off in some places. Set the resonance at around 50%, increase the modulation amount to 100%. Then I chose LFO sync as a source, which means that when I automate the speed, it will still be in sync with my project. I left the LFO shape as it is, and then I adjusted the phase of the filter LFO slightly, just so it syncs a bit better with my drums, because my drums weren't quantized in this case. So by default, the Maschine LFO is a kind of a sawtooth shape, which makes these abrupt filter movements that add this really funky and snappy rhythm to your synth. And this technique works best when you have a rich, bright synth, such as this one, that's playing long notes, and it sounds better with chords. And so in the end, I separated the part where the sample is playing and where the rhythmic synth is playing, so they don't interfere with each other. I separated them into separate scenes. So let's hear how it all sounds with some performance effects applied on top. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, check out my sample packs and my Ableton Live packs from the link down in the description of the video, and see you in the next one.